Welcome to Audiobook 365 Stories.
The small crowd on the dock watched the huge ship. It wasn't moving. The water around it looked grey and wavy. Black smoke came from the ship. Many noisy seagulls flew around the back of the ship, looking for food. From far away, people on the ship looked very small. They walked up and down like little ants. Sometimes, the crowd could see something white move, maybe a cook or a worker. Then something small and black moved quickly up to the ship's control room. A strong-looking man stood in front of the crowd. He was about 50 years old. He wore nice warm clothes, a grey coat, grey scarf, thick gloves, and a dark hat. He walked back and forth, playing with his folded umbrella. He seemed to be the leader of the group. Suddenly, he felt stupid. Why didn't we bring binoculars? He thought. We could see better with them. Maybe we could even send signals to the ship. He looked at all the people waiting with him. He thought they were good people. He believed they understood why he was so excited. His wife was on that ship. She had been in Europe for 10 months, visiting their oldest daughter who got married last year. Now he was here to take his wife home. He took out his thin yellow watch again. The doctor's small boat left at 2:15, he said. Now it's 4:28. That means we've been waiting for 2 hours and 13 minutes. He made a small whistling sound and closed his watch. But if there was a problem, they would tell us, right? His friend Mr. Gavin answered, Yes, Mr. Hammond. Don't worry. But Mr. Hammond couldn't stay still. This is so annoying, he said, walking quickly. And now it's getting dark. He waved his umbrella at the sky as if to stop the night from coming. A little girl named Jean pulled her mother's hand. I want my tea, Mommy, she cried. Mr. Hammond heard her and smiled. I think we all want some tea, he said nicely. He felt sorry for the little girl. He wished he had some chocolate to give her. Come here, Jean, he said. He picked her up and put her on a tall box so she could see better. Hold on to me, he told her. Jean's mother said, Oh, you don't need to do that, Mr. Hammond. It's no problem, he answered. Jean is my little friend, aren't you, Jean? Yes, Mr. Hammond, Jean said. She touched his hat gently. Suddenly, Jean shouted, Look, Mr. Hammond. The ship is moving. It's coming. Everyone looked. The big ship was slowly turning. A loud bell rang from the ship. Steam came out with a loud noise. The seagulls flew away. Mr. Hammond's heart beat fast. Or was that the ship's engine? He felt excited and nervous. I'm sure you do want tea, said Mr. Hammond kindly. He looked at all the waiting women with warm eyes. He imagined his wife Janey drinking tea on the ship. Maybe she was having her last cup in the dining room. Or maybe she was still on deck, as she liked to be. If so, Perhaps a worker would bring her tea there. He wished he could get it for her himself. For a moment, he pictured Janey holding her cup in her special way. But then he remembered. The ship still wasn't moving. He walked angrily up and down. He checked his taxi was still waiting, then returned to the group near the banana boxes. Little Jean still wanted her tea. Poor child. He wished he had chocolate for her. "Jean," he called. "Want to see better?" He lifted her gently onto a barrel. Holding the little girl made him feel better. "Hold tight," he said, keeping his arm around her. "Don't trouble yourself, Mr. Hammond," said Mrs. Scott. "No trouble at all. Jean's my little friend, right, Jean?" "Yes, Mr. Hammond," Jean said, touching his hat. Then suddenly she grabbed his ear and shouted, "Look! The ship's moving. It's coming." And it was. Finally. The big ship slowly turned. A loud bell rang. Steam shot into the air. Seagulls flew up like white paper. Mr. Hammond's heart pounded. Or was that the ship's engine? Just then, Captain Johnson, the port manager, came walking quickly towards them. Mr. Scott took Jean as Mr. Hammond rushed to greet the captain. "Captain, you've come at last," Mr. Hammond said excitedly. "Don't blame me," said the captain, breathing heavily. "Your wife is on that ship, right?" "Yes. Yes. We won't wait much longer now." The big ship came closer, its engine loud, cutting through the dark water. Mr. Hammond stood at the front with the captain. He took off his hat and searched the crowded decks. He waved and shouted, "Hello!" across the water, then laughed excitedly. "See her?" asked the captain. "Not yet. Wait." Then between two slow people, "Move!" He waved his umbrella. He saw a hand. A white glove waving a handkerchief. And there she was, Janey, his wife, smiling and waving by the ship's rail. Wonderful. Perfect. He jumped excitedly. Quickly, he offered cigars to the captain. "Take some. I have more at the hotel." "Thanks," said the captain. Mr. Hammond put his cigar case away. His hands shook, but he calmed himself. There was Janey, talking to another woman but watching for him. She looked so small on the huge ship. His heart hurt seeing her. She had traveled so far alone. But that was Janey, always brave. Workers moved passengers aside and prepared the walkway. People on ship and land called to each other. "Everything good? Everything good? How's mother?" "Much better." "Hello, Jean." "Hello, Aunt Emily." "Good trip." "Excellent." "Almost there." "Almost there." The engines stopped. The ship moved slowly to the dock. "Move aside." "Make way!" shouted the dock workers as they pushed the heavy walkway into place. Mr. Hammond motioned for Janey to stay put. He followed the harbour master onto the ship, not caring about ladies' first manners. "After you, Captain," he said cheerfully. Then he rushed past and went straight to Janey, hugging her tightly. "Well, here we are," he said happily. Janey smiled her special little smile. "Hello, dear," she said in her calm voice. "Were you waiting long?" Not too long, he thought. What mattered was his taxi waited at the dock. Was her luggage ready? They could take her small bags now and get the rest tomorrow. She looked exactly the same, just like his Janey. She touched his arm gently. "How are the children?" she asked. The children. He'd almost forgotten. "They're fine. Very healthy. Did they write me letters?" "Yes. I left them at the hotel for you." "We can't leave yet," Janey said. "I must say goodbye to people. And the captain." Seeing his disappointment, she squeezed his arm. "Please thank the captain for taking good care of me." As he waited, many passengers came to say goodbye to Janey. "Goodbye, Mrs. Hammond. Visit me in Sydney. Don't forget to write. We'll miss you on the ship." Clearly, Janey was everyone's favorite. She remained calm and kind as always. Mr. Hammond noticed she wore a black dress with white lace. Pretty, but he'd love her in anything. Finally, they went to her room. Following her down the hallway felt strange but happy. The green curtains and small cabin made his heart full. A worker was packing Janey's rugs. "All done, Mrs. Hammond," she said. After introductions, Janey and the worker stepped out to talk privately, probably about payment. Mr. Hammond sat on the sofa, looking at Janey's perfect luggage with her neat handwriting. "Mrs. John Hammond." He sighed happily. The worry was over. They were together again. But then Janey popped her head in. "Dear, I need to say goodbye to the doctor." "Just 1 minute." "I'll come," he said. "No, please wait here," she said, and quickly left before he could argue. Would she really not be long? What was the time now? Out came the watch. He stared at nothing. That was rather queer of Janey, wasn't it? Why couldn't she have told the stewardess to say goodbye for her? Why did she have to go chasing after the ship's doctor? She could have sent a note from the hotel even if the affair had been urgent. Urgent. Did it? Could it mean that she had been ill on the voyage? She was keeping something from him? That was it. He seized his hat. He was going off to find that fellow and to wring the truth out of him at all costs. He thought he'd noticed just something. She was just a touch too calm, too steady. From the very first moment. The curtains rang. Janey was back. He jumped to his feet. "Janey, have you been ill on this voyage?" "You have." "Ill?" Her airy little voice mocked him. She stepped over the rugs and came up close, touched his breast, and looked up at him. "Darling," she said, "don't frighten me. Of course I haven't. Whatever makes you think I have? Do I look ill? But Hammond didn't see her. He only felt that she was looking at him and that there was no need to worry about anything. She was here to look after things. It was all right. Everything was. The gentle pressure of her hand was so calming that he put his over hers to hold it there. And she said, "Stand still. I want to look at you. I haven't seen you yet. You've had your beard beautifully trimmed, and you look younger, I think, and decidedly thinner. Bachelor life agrees with you." Agrees with me. He groaned for love and caught her close again. And again, as always, he had the feeling that he was holding something that never was quite his. Something too delicate, too precious, that would fly away once he let go. For God's sake, let's get off to the hotel so that we can be by ourselves. And he rang the bell hard for someone to look sharp with the luggage.